Westbrook Mills here again. It is 6 May. Haven't been in the turkey woods in a few days. Been doing a class on basic turkey hunting to the Women in Nature organization. And then just enjoying Cinco de Mayo with my wife. And we're heading out. It's Monday, 6 May. Throwing some clothes on. We're going to go over to my brother's airport. And we're hitting terrain where turkeys cross. So usually there's 1 to 2 sets of gobblers on each side in each section of woods. One will be behind me, one will be in front of me. And they fly down and dominate this field. So we're going to get in position, ground line, and put the decoys out, and we'll see what happens. So maybe a little bit of calling, just to like say, hey, we're over here. And then hopefully they start moving in our direction, and then we shut up and let them continue in. That's the technique I like to use in this spot. Don't overcall. We'll see how it goes. Next time you see us, we'll be in a ground blind.
Normally when I call from this location for the first time, I'll have birds gobble within 300 to 400 meters of me, north and south, and I don't get much of a response. Just some calls really far away. This is one of those spots you go to because you almost always know that the turkeys are going to show up at some point before noon. First thing that comes to mind when I see this hen out feeding by herself is she's already been bred. It's a warm day. She just got off the nest. She's going to eat, fill her belly before returning to the nest, do her rounds. What you don't see in this video is when I have a turkey coming from the left, I'll reach over to the right and close the blind material, creating a shadow that I can sit in. When the turkey comes from the right, I'll close the blind material to the left, creating a shadow that I can sit in on the left. Now there's nothing better than having live decoys walking around out in the field. You really don't have to do a lot. She's going to do all the work for you. She's not being very vocal, so I'll try to call to her and see if I can get her to respond back and get in an argument with her. and create some verbal so that other turkeys can hear, specifically a tom that's out looking for hens. She doesn't respond at all. That's another clue that she's already been bred. She's out on her own. Turkeys are social creatures. She's going to come over, she's going to hang around, she's going to peck around, spend a little time investigating, seeing what's going on, and then she's going to move on and go do her thing. Now all the gobbles I've heard have come from the right, so I go ahead, take the decoys, jump them across the hedgerow just a little bit, just enough for them to be visible for anything that enters the field from the right, and bring them over my direction. The plan works perfectly, and this Jake, young Tom, comes in and spots the decoys and makes the call. I'm gonna go over there and take that hen from that other young Jake. Now, for all you non-believers out there, turkeys, I'd say 98% of the time, are not afraid of a ground blind. They're going to stop. They're going to scope out the area. They're going to check things out. But if they don't see movement, if they don't see anything or hear anything that's going to bother them, they're coming in. Notice also I'm transitioning. This turkey's coming in. I went from my slate call to my diaphragm. I got to have my hands free to be able to reach for the shotgun. The slate call goes on the ground, diaphragm goes in, and now we're just patient and waiting. At this point, I don't really have to call. I don't want you guys thinking that you need to call at this point. He's on his way in. He's coming no matter what I do, as long as I don't bust myself out. I'm calling strictly to try to get him to gobble, just to get some extra cool footage. I'm going to apologize now for the shaky footage. It's a solo hunt. I'm in the ground blind myself. I'm trying to do the math on the camera, when I'm going to pick up the shotgun, so on and so forth. So, and I'm getting a little fired up. Yeah, I'll admit that. Right about here is where I figure I need to get that shotgun up, get it in my hands, get ready. I was asked by the girls that have been hunting with me from Women in Nature, should I take the shotgun with me or not? I take the shotgun with me typically because you never know when that bird's going to jump up and take off. Once I realize I've got the bird, foot on his head, he's not going anywhere, I'll go ahead and unload just to be safe for one, and then two, the day's over, unload the shotgun. The goal when you shoot a turkey is to break its neck. So the turkey's neck is already broken. I'll usually give it a couple rings just to make sure. It's not often I get a chance to shoot a turkey. Usually it's a guest hunter, a veteran, or anybody. So when you get to pull the trigger on it yourself, it's special. My recommendation on decoys is spend the money the first time on what you really want versus buying cheap decoys the first time. You're just going to spend money twice. You know, if you don't have a lot of money, go with the hen first, and then go with the 3/4 strut Jake second. The hen you're going to use most of the time.
Well, folks, about 6:30 on 6 May, I got her done. Not the biggest turkey, but he's mine. I just wanted to get something down. My wife was talking last night about eating turkey nuggets, so. Man. So, little Jake, no big deal. Little 3-inch beard, barely any spurs at all. But he's a Tom. He came in from all the way across the field. I was not going to pass on this turkey. It's 6 May. I got another tag. See if we can't focus on getting some of these women in nature out here to get a Tom. I'm sure there's more Toms. This is just Jake. Typically we'll have at least 1 or 2 longbeards out here. Haven't seen anything. It's early. I'm talking 6:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna pull out of here. Probably back in here on Wednesday, folks. We got Olivia O'Hara, and see if we can't get Heather back out here. We'll be back in the blind, back in the same spot. Had a hen come through early this morning. She wasn't interested, but she went all the way around, got a really nice shot of her walking behind the decoys. But yeah, it's been a while, so super excited. And for all you people that don't know how to tell a Jake when it's coming in and it's fanned out, you see how these feathers aren't even? See how it's got longer feathers in the center? That's a quick way from a distance to tell a Jake from a mature Tom. A mature Tom, they'll all be even all the way around. On a Jake, they'll have 5 or 6 longer ones, and then they'll be shorter on the left and right side. So that's a dead giveaway. But he came in, he messed with the decoy. I had to do it. I just wanted to pull the trigger today. He's a legal bird. He's gonna eat good. Thanks for watching, and stand by for more New York turkey action.
Folks, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out over on Facebook, Instagram, and we now have a TikTok page. So check us out on all our social media. Thank you. Thank you.